Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey everybody, it's the Livingston Taylor Show is coming up right now. I'm Livingston Taylor. I was just looking on my sheet, and it's March 9th. It's March 9th, and this is our 47th show. The 47th week of the Livingston Taylor Show. Gee, I've had a wonderful time doing this show, and obviously the COVID has held us in for the last year. And right now, we can feel that sun returning and the shackles of COVID, the shackles of the plague are beginning to weaken ever so slightly, and I, like you, am so anxious to have it over.
Yes, you may go.
I'm so anxious to get vaccinated, to put my arms around a relative stranger and hug them, just a way of saying how much I love them, how much I need them, how much I believe that who and what they are is Okay, ready? Because I am. Here it is. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. You never know where it's gonna go. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. Is he crashing in a plane? Is he sinking in a boat? Does he even understand that the devil loves the rain? Is he casually eccentric or actually insane? What stork brought that brain? It's the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. You never know where it's going to go. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. Oh, we got a nice show for you today. I'll get to the sponsors. I've been trying to figure out how I can play the guitar and pick up the shingle and talk about our sponsors. I haven't worked out that bit of physics trickery yet. So, wait a minute, I just heard my producer say, uh-oh. Does that mean anything?
I heard the word physics.
My producer heard the word physics, and she became very nervous indeed. No, she needn't worry about the physics today, although our friend Phyllis, hold on a second, our friend Phyllis gave us this book on physics, and I'm going to bring it to you in the next couple of weeks because you are going to freak out to have this physics book. Oh, which has got a zillion physics quizzes in it, and then you get to ask people, and you get to be smart and presumptuous, and oh gosh. All right, Livingston Taylor Show sponsors, sponsored by, as always, WMVY, and I think very soon we're going to have a representative from WMVY on as a special guest, and that'll be a thrill for us. Next week, I'm informed. Also, because it's starting to get warm and that sun's coming up. In New England, it's kind of iffy. And on Martha's Vineyard, it's very iffy because it's surrounded by cold water. So you don't have reliable warmth till the 4th of July. That notwithstanding, we are brought to you today by Pine Tree Garden Seeds. That's superseeds.com. Superseeds.com. That's a great website. And before I get on, well, we have one other sponsor, but here are the Pine Tree. Here, these are going to go get planted around my house. There's some beets, some broccoli. Boy, that fresh broccoli with too much butter, forget about it. So good. Bush lima beans. A fresh lima bean. The problem is that we don't get them fresh. And fresh, they're so, God, can't even think about it. And a snap pea, I don't have to tell you of the joys of a fresh snap pea. Anyhow, listen, a Pine Tree Garden Seeds, go online, get those seeds, bring them in. But, you know, it got me thinking because I was watching last night. I was watching Modern Marvels. And they were talking about Turkey Hill ice cream. And I was thinking about the industrial production of food and that this is nice for me, but you know, corn production. Oh no, my producer's she's gonna really freak out when I go. But every man, woman, and child in the United States is eating about 0.4 pounds of corn a day. I mean, you're consuming that, whether it goes to livestock, etc. Wheat is a half a pound a day of wheat. In a population of 320 million people, and that's just the United States. That's not the 1.1 billion people in India, the 1.3 billion people. The thing that I wanted to mention on this is that it is human nature to be able to have in your brain about 100 people. And it's just to say again, my absolute passion for statistical information, for statistical observation, for a quantifying on a statistical basis, because after you get over 100 people, it's just very hard for human brains to do that. So please, the temptation is to go with anecdotal information. Well, it helped my Uncle Mort, and so I think I'll take it too. No, efficacy, surveys, looking over the broad sweep. In these days of where it's so easy for an internet to understand us as individuals and then market to our own prejudices, it's very difficult to find, to see and find the broad base that produces the center, that produces what is reasonable for most people. So please find that broad-based information, that statistical-based information, because although boring, it will brings us to helpful truths. All right, enough of that from me. What am I doing? I'm looking over, I'm just making sure my producer isn't freaked out. She seems to be okay. Good. Also, last sponsor today, Coast of Maine potting soil. So coastofmaine.com, and you go on there, and they've got all of these beautiful organic potting soils, and they take kelp and lobster shells and grind it up and make this stuff. They advertise on their website, they're cute, they advertise that where legal, this helps for the cannabis plants as well. It gives them an extra little clump. And although I'm not much of a drug or alcohol taker, caffeine and white sugar clearly have become my drugs of choice. All right, where are we? You know, before I move on, I also want to just quickly talk about this beautiful book sent to me by a dear friend of mine, Chip Murgott. Chip and Annie Murgott, just wonderful souls up in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Around that region is where they hang out. And this is a book of short stories by Chip. And I wanted to hold it up. I'm going to get a little more in detail with it next week because there are some things about this that are very, very exciting, particularly for you young songwriters and young authors. He's got some techniques that even he may not be aware of that are very exciting to know about as you develop your own stories and presentations. Okay. Nice work, Chip, and nice to be able to talk it up. Let's go fly. I've learned how. Stick out your arms, run real fast. Pick up your feet and wow, we're headed for the room where things get clear. And that special place we tried to find is somehow oh so near. What a way to be with you, hand in hand above the clouds. I have loved you quite forever. Now I'm saying it right out loud. What a kick to open our eyes and watch the world go drifting on. Slap my seat, wiggle my feet, with you I belong. Let's go swim neath the ocean deep. Get relaxed, breathe real easy as if you were asleep. We can watch while dolphins play and hum along to that bubbly song that they sing on holiday. What a way to be with you, special guests in the fish parade. I have loved you quite forever. They're thanking you for the life you've made. Who would have thunk when we got sunk we could find a different song? Wherever you are is where I belong. Oh, your touch is magic. Oh, your voice is music. Your easy smile reminds me I'm okay. And your eyes are clear and bright, filled with joy and light. And I cannot wait to know what our love will go today. Outer space, oh, that'll be fine. We'll kick it right up to the speed of light and drift back to the time before we met. Before I knew that someday I'd see you smile and my life would all be new. weightless when I'm in your orbit, gravity when you are near. I have loved you quite forever. Should I tell NASA that you're here? Voyager took a left at Pluto into the dark of the great beyond. Tag along and find new stars. Darling, where you are, I belong. Hold on a second. I'm getting the idea. My eyebrows. My producer just said my eyebrows are hanging down
There
into
have
my
been
eyes.
comments on the chat. about-
There have been comments on the chat about my eyebrows.
Yeah.
No, hey.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. You're right. You know, the hair left the top of my head and it just showed up in my eyebrows. That doesn't seem right now, does it? All right, let me see. Okay, birthdays. Oh no, I got another. I can do another song here, right? Yeah. Ha ha ha, ho ho ho, and a couple of fa-la-las. That's how we laugh the day away in the merry old land of Oz. Rub, rub here, rub, rub there, whether you're tin or bronze. That's how we keep you in repair in the merry old land of Oz. We get up at 12 and start to work at 1. Take an hour for lunch, then at 2 we're done. Jolly good fun. Clip, clip here, clip, clip there. We give the sharpest claws that certain air of savoir-faire in the merry old land, in the merry old land, in the merry old land of Oz. Music by Harold Arlen. Lyrics? Yip Harburg. I could while away the hours, conversing with the flowers, consulting with the rain. My head I'd be scratching while my thoughts were busy catching. If I only had a brain, I'd unravel every riddle, for in the end of it all, in trouble or in pain. With the thoughts I'd be thinking, I could be another Lincoln if I only had a brain. Oh, why could tell you why the ocean's near the shore, and I could think of things I've never thought before, and then I'd sit and think some more. I would not be just a nothing, my head all full of stuff and my heart all full of pain. And perhaps I could serve you and be even worthier you if I only had a brain, if I only had a heart, if I only had the nerve. I know you're saying heart and nerve. We didn't hear those verses. Well, guess what? I'll do them in the next couple of weeks when I'm doing something in the key of D, or in the case of this, D flat. Yeah, I'll run the rest of those songs by you. You'll love those lyrics. And if you love them as much as I do, that means you'll really love them. If I only had a heart.
Bring Kimon after birthdays, no.
Okay, yes. I'm going to do, I'm moving on to, by the way, I'm so excited right after birthdays, excited about birthdays, but so excited that right after birthdays, my dear friend Kimon Kirk, he's now in California, but he's a favorite in the Boston music scene. You're gonna love this guy. He's fantastic. Okay, hold on. Now, birthdays. Maureen Hart. Her birthday is tomorrow, 3/10. Maureen's birthday tomorrow. She is 66 years old. I'm thinking that that's right. The 66 here, yes.
For her, yes.
Okay, that's for Maureen. Oh, it's so nice. And I really love the notion that that Maureen doesn't mind her birthday being out there. I never mind people knowing that I'm 70 because it's information. It tells you how long I've lived, how much time statistically I have to live, what I might know, what I might not know, what it's too late for me to do, what it's, whenever I think about learning how to surf really well, my nephew Isaac assures me that that boat is perhaps sailed. Not definitely, perhaps it sailed. Sawyer Spielberg, now married with beautiful baby, one baby now, one. And Sawyer, who I knew as a little boy and now a grown man. What a pleasure that is. That's one of the nice things about being 70. One of my best friends, Mark Reachin, he lives right down the street in Little Compton, Rhode Island, and his birthday is on the 12th of March. March 12th is his birthday. There's somebody else who has a birthday on March 12th, and that's my brother James Taylor. Maybe you heard of him? Anyhow, my brother James is going to be, he will then go, let me see, I'm 70, he will be 71, 72, 73. 73, yes, he'll be 73 on this birthday. He's 2.5 years older than I am, and it's a fact that I simply never tire of reminding him that he is the older brother. Anyhow, happy birthday to all you guys. And now, hold on, because I'm going to bring on my special guest. Let me show you his new CD, Kimon Kirk, Altitude. And Brittany, can you bring Kimon on and have him? There he is. There's the face I'm looking for. Hi, Kimon.
How are you?
Oh, I'm so well. Now, where precisely in California are you this day?
I live in a little neighborhood called Mount Washington on the east side
Mount Washington on the east side of
LA.
Los
Los
Angeles. Ah,
Yeah.
good. And gosh, that's nice living out there. I remember my first trip to California was in 1972. And of course, in 1972, the streets were paved with gold. And yeah, it was, I think
I've heard that.
yeah, it was very pleasant. Now, listen, you've lived in Cambridge. You've been working. My viewers need to know that you are not only a terrific singer, songwriter, recording artist in your own right, but you record with lots of other people. You're a producer, you're an arranger, you're a true jack of all trades. But one of the questions that I had for you is for young people starting out, you've lived in a few places. When you do many different things, where's the best place to live? Is it Los Angeles, Boston, New York, Nashville, San Francisco, Seattle, Chicago? What are you looking for as you're starting out?
You know, it's a great question, and I really don't think there's one answer. I have come to feel like as I've gotten older, I've been playing music like as my sole way of making a living for 15 years now, I think. And so I say that because I did other things before I became a musician, and they were in the Boston area. And I met some of my favorite musicians ever in Boston, and that's without having started in a place like Boston, I certainly wouldn't have moved to California. So I think it depends on what you want to do musically a bit. I think it depends on, as we were discussing a little earlier, what other factors might be going on in your life, you know, and if there's a person or family that's keeping you in a certain place, then I say make the best of the situation that you have that works for you at the time. Right. Personally, I knew I had worked with some people in LA while I had lived in Boston. And so that was a big factor in my coming out here, is I felt like there was already a bit of a community or a network of friends. And, and I love it out here. And LA could get a bad rap, actually, from some people on the East Coast sometimes.
Well, it's not going to get one from this person. God, I love Southern California.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, listen, you have this beautiful new a compilation. I don't even know what to call them these days. This I'll call a CD because I think that it is. Oh, look at that. You've got it in vinyl.
Yeah, so it's a long player. We'll call it that.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's hearkening back to my youth. Listen, and I understand you've got a video coming out tomorrow.
Apparently, yeah, tomorrow, the first video for the first single from Altitude is going to be premiered on a website called Twangville.
Yeah. And
it's for a song called Evergreen, which is the first track on the record.
Oh, fantastic. Would you favor us with that song right now?
Sure thing. I'm going to take my headphones off to sing.
Good. Kimon, Kirk.
1, 2, go.
Evergreen, evergreen is the color of the tallest tree. The color of the tallest tree. The tallest tree that you can see. Through the screen, through the screen, through the pages of a magazine. The pages of a magazine. You see a face that looks like me. Patience is a virtue, baby, I can wait. Patience is a virtue, baby, I can wait. Patience is a virtue, baby, I can wait another minute. I'm afraid, I'm afraid, I'm afraid of what you might find out. Afraid of what you might find out. Find out if we talk talk about what it might just mean. Talk about what it might mean, what it just might mean to me. Patience is a virtue, baby, I can wait. Patience is a virtue, baby, I can wait. Patience is a virtue, baby, I can wait. Another minute, a second, an hour, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow. But you're pulling us closer to sorrow. When an old man turns a fool, what more can he do? Evergreen, evergreen is the color of the tallest tree. The color of the tallest tree. The tallest tree that you can see. And evergreen, evergreen is the way that you will always be. The way that you will always be. Where you'll always be to me.
Oh my, fantastic! Ladies and gentlemen,
Grab my headphones.
the incomparable Kimon Kirk. Gee, that was wonderful, Kimon.
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, another piece of advice: when you play, write, and sing as beautifully as that, well, you can live pretty much wherever you want to. That notwithstanding, by the way, there were a few remarks that you look with the mustache and the hair. You remind some of my viewers of a younger James Taylor. And when my producer pointed that out to me, I said to her, "Yes, James Taylor, on the best day of his life."
Oh,
Kimon.
well, that's
All right, Kimon Kirk, Altitude. Video Evergreen out tomorrow. That'll be nice. Congratulations on this adventure and congratulations on getting it out. You, my friend, we will get the shots. We will travel. And then who knows, we'll get the shots and then have some shots. That'll be sweet. All right.
I'm going to hold you to that.
All right.
No, you're not.
No, my producer says, no, you're not. Okay. No, that's great. All right.
Thank you so much.
Kimon,
It's great to
love
see
you,
you.
and I'll see you soon. Bye, my friend. Oh, gosh, that's fun. It's fun to have a guest on. Oh, upcoming shows, I'm reminded of upcoming shows, of where I'm gonna go. How many people will be there? Nobody knows. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, upcoming shows: Charles River Museum, Second Shift Music Series, charlesrivermuseum.org. I'm going to be live streaming that March 11th at 7:30 p.m. That's Thursday. That's this coming Thursday, March 11th. 7:30 p.m. live streaming. Charles River Music Second Shift Music Series. And yeah, also just check in on my website and stuff, and you get to figure out we say where I'm going to be, and that's where I go to figure out where I'm supposed to be. We're out of time. This has been fun today. My special thanks to my sponsors, MVY, Pine Tree Garden Seeds, Superseeds.com, and Coast of Maine, Potting Soil, etc., fertilizer. All sorts of things to make your garden grow. And as for now, it's the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. You never know where it's gonna go. We're out of time, we gotta go. We'll be back next week, I know. I'm going to finish off if I only had a brain. It's the Livingston Taylor